Hello, everyone, and this is Igite Oxford, your favorite host on the show, Talk With D. And today, as we had already rightly said, we were going to start a speaker series on our Talk With D show. We're going to be sharing one or two tips on how to be a successful speaker. And as promised, today is our first episode. Alright, for today's first episode, we're going to look at something very, very important, and that is crafting your own unique voice and persona as a speaker. And this is focusing on the who. Now, it is very important that you, as a speaker, you have a persona. They know who you are. Like, you are a very unique person when speaking. We take the likes of, Emi Oluwa, Kiki, Jay on air. Just that these are different personalities, but when once they go on stage, you know who is who because of their persona, because of how unique they are and their different niches. Now, when you step into the spotlight, do you tone down your spark or do you shine brighter? That's a very, very important question. Do you tend to bring down yourself because you're trying to please the audience or fit into what the audience wants? That's a very big question. But now, as a speaker, your unique voice or persona are your superpowers. Definitely, they are. Your voice. Now, the very and most important thing that even makes you a speaker is your voice. Now, having a voice is one thing, but making that voice stand out in a noisy environment is another. Because number one thing is, why would people want to listen to you? Exactly. Those are one of the things. Now, when I started speaking, a lot of people were like, "Oh, this boy is making noise." I was loud. Okay, I was very loud. I was very, very jumpy about and everything. But then I started getting those things get to me because I want to start my own talk show. Everybody's like, "Okay, okay, why are you making noise? Why are you coming to my talk?" But then I can remember my mentor and my coach kept telling me, don't let people tell you who you're not. Basically, like, don't let others determine the script. Determine your script. Like, write your script. Be your person. Be your voice. Own your voice. Own that stage. The stage belongs to you. As a speaker, as an MC, as a publicist, as whatever that involves speaking, you need to understand that you have to own the mic. You have to own your voice. You have to be you. Now, let's share some very important tips on, crafting your persona. Number one, know yourself. If you don't know who you are, they will tell you who you're not. And that's a very, that's a very big truth. That's a very big truth.
Go and ask your grandfather.
It's truth. Yes, that's a very big truth. You need to know who you are to be able to own your voice. So first of all, know who you are. Write your script. Don't let someone else write the script for you. Now, be authentic. You have to be 100% authentic. Because don't try to mimic others. Don't try to copy others. Yes, look at who you're like now. Who are you looking up to? Do you understand? Who do you want to surpass? Who do you want to, be like? Do not necessarily mimic them or do not necessarily inculcate what they're doing. Like, mirror them. Do you understand? And once they look at you, they'll be like, "Oh, this person behaves like this person. This person be like this person." Let that person be like your mentor. Do you understand? Then the next thing is define your tone. What kind of tone are you going for? Are you going for light-hearted, conversational, formal? Me, I'm not a very formal person. I love conversations. That was the main reason why I went into talk show, because I wanted to have conversation with young people's aspect. What are you going through? Speak to me. You get that platform to be able to talk and air out your views. That was the main reason behind Talk With D. And because of that, I became very conversational. Even when I'm doing my interviews, I don't want to be formal. I don't like being formal. I love being conversational. And then, besides that, show your vulnerability. People want to see you vulnerable. They don't just want to see you so uptight. But by that time, I made a mistake while MC, and it was all like everybody thought it was part of the act, but I was just at that very point time I was showing that I make mistakes. trying to hide the fact that I'm not perfect 100%. Do you understand? And even when they corrected me on stage, I still, moved on with it. Be vulnerable. Show your vulnerability. Share your story, your struggles, your pains.